Help is on the way for quarterback Drake Maye as he finally has a wide receiver one. The New England Patriots just signed veteran wide receiver Stefon Diggs to a 3-year, $69 million deal with about $26 million guaranteed. I'm going to break down my instant reaction, all the contract details, and how this is going to look for New England moving forward. But overall, I'm going to leave you with this. This is a good move. Adam Schefter did have the latest on the breaking news just moments ago, and we knew this was probably going to be something that is a possibility because he did just meet with the Patriots in Foxborough over the weekend, where he met with some staff members, got a physical, and even decided to give his future quarterback Drake Maye a follow on Instagram. So Stefon Diggs will be in New England later this season. Let me go on ahead and ask you guys this. Give me your one-word reaction to Stefon Diggs signing with the Patriots. Mine is going to be, finally. I was a little bit nervous when Eliot Wolf let Diggs walk out of the building in Foxborough with nothing on paper, no deal at hand, because I knew Diggs, if he's now meeting with the Patriots, he's probably going to meet with other teams in the NFL. But I'm glad Eliot Wolf finally came to his senses and got Stefon Diggs to agree to a deal. Because when you look at what he's done over the last couple of seasons, this is a type of guy Drake Maye needs to continue to grow in the NFL. Obviously, last season, he did have an ACL tear, which we'll touch on here in just one moment. But for the last 3 seasons and more, he's been an 1,000-yard receiver. The Patriots did not have one receiver this year that had over 650 yards. In fact, we have not seen a Patriots receiver reach that milestone until we had Julian Edelman back in 2019. This is why it is huge to get a guy of Stefon Diggs' caliber and help Drake Maye grow. And I know what you're thinking, well, he just did come off of an ACL tear, and that can be a little bit scary, especially for a wide receiver that's 31, 32 years old. But here is this recent workout video of him doing squats, chains attached, mega weights on his bar, and if you even notice there for all the gym heads, he's in a B stance squat, which means he's putting even more pressure on that leg to make sure that his ACL is ready to go. And the reports show that the rehab is also ahead of schedule, which is very important to note if we want Drake Maye and Stefon Diggs to start the season for the Patriots. But that, unfortunately, is an unknown deadline right now. New England does not know when Stefon Diggs will be able to suit up. But that is why I like this 3-year deal, is because you're not just signing him to 1 year and he gets to play about maybe 6 games when he's fully healthy. For the next 3 years, and pending whatever happens with his health and his age moving forward, the Patriots will have him for 2026, 2027, and with $26 million guaranteed, they can always cut him loose if things go south, which there have been reports out there that Stefon Diggs sometimes gets a little bit too much on the field and in the locker room, the same way he did in Buffalo. But Mike Reese recently told the media that from what he heard from his time in Houston, the Texans loved him. The staff members, the coaches, the personnel, they love Stefon Diggs. And I do think he's going to be a good fit with our pal Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is this very, very tough, smash-mouth football kind of guy. I said this in a video that I posted earlier before Diggs became a Patriot. But what Vrabel wants from his players is he wants them to put the team first, know what to do, and with many years of experience as a wide receiver, Diggs is going to know what to do with Drake Maye. Play fast and aggressive. And then Stefon Diggs, he has a very one-lane mind when it comes to playing football. That is practice hard, play hard, and win ball games. That is why I think Vrabel and Stefon Diggs are going to mesh very, very well together. They're both competitors. And we know that even Mike Vrabel, he'll put on those pads every once in a while, and he'll go to work with his guys on the field. I think Stefon Diggs is really going to like that from his new head coach. And he got to meet the head coach over the weekend as well in Foxborough. There were reports, especially from Jordan Schultz, about how that meeting went in New England. The Patriots' visit with wide receiver Stefon Diggs has ended. Of course, this was over the weekend. And while there is no deal in place as of now, once again, a former report, both sides intend to remain in contact. So that's what was giving me a little bit of hope, even though there was nothing on paper, is that they still remained in touch. As it was described to me, this was more of a get to know you and where you're at medically type of meeting. So they just wanted to make sure that Diggs mentally wanted to come play for the Patriots and physically could play for the Patriots. He's obviously very familiar with the AFC East. He's very familiar with the Northeast as well. He played for Buffalo for several years, so I'm not worried about him acclimating to the weather or to that conference, but I do think that this kind of guy makes you 10 times better. You can ignore all the stats that are right there for Stefon Diggs. That's obviously not what he does, but I do think that Diggs is going to be a great addition to this wide receiver room. Now we have two former Buffalo Bills on our wide receiver room with Matt Collins and Stefon Diggs. And this doesn't need to be your only move, right? You can still pick up Travis Hunter, Tedoroa McMillan, maybe somebody later in the rounds like a Savion Williams. This does not mean this is the only move for the wide receiver core this upcoming year. In fact, I hope it's not the only move that the Patriots do ultimately make. I hope there's a trade involved because maybe you want to add another veteran to the team or possibly a younger guy if you want to find somebody like Jacoby Myers or a Brandon Ayuk. But I think what Mike Reese had said on Stefon Diggs and what he really tries to familiarize his game with is that he loves to practice. He plays hard and he wants to win. That is going to help Jalen Polk. That is going to help Javon Baker find their footing in the NFL because obviously their rookie seasons weren't the greatest for the Patriots and for their own self-esteem. So having a veteran in the locker room, if he can keep a good head on his shoulders and not get frustrated with what might happen in New England, which might be a rebuild, I don't think it's going to be as ugly as it was last season, but Diggs is going to have to understand, and I hope that this was announced to him in the meeting before he signed, that there are going to be ups and downs this year. A lot of new moving parts. But you have an experienced head coach and you have a good, experienced offensive coordinator that I think Diggs is going to like. And that's why I thought he would be a really good free agent option. I, of course, wanted a T. Higgins or a Cooper Kupp on this team, but I think Diggs is a great option. He was actually my favorite option for a while at free agency after the Higgins went off the board and all the other players. But I did find it pretty interesting that back at the NFL Combine, there were reports, rumors, if you will, they weren't interested in Diggs. So maybe meeting with him really changed their minds, saying, hey, look, this is a guy towards the end of his career. This is a guy that probably wants to still be a wide receiver one. I'm just speculating here, but he wasn't that in with the Texans. Nico Collins obviously was. So Diggs being a veteran for a guy like Drake Maye is what is making me the most excited. And Drake Maye even noticing what he told Kay Adams this morning is that he followed Stefon Diggs on Instagram and they followed each other back because he wants to pay respects. He wants to pay respects to a player that he watched growing up. And that speaks volumes because Drake Maye now gets to connect with that guy moving forward. And that's why I think they're going to be a very good duo in this wide receiver room. That and well, he automatically becomes the wide receiver one. Go on ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. Grade the signing of Stefon Diggs. Would you guys give an A, B, C, D, or F? I'm going to give this an A. I really like the money and I like the years. I do think $69 million is a bit high for a player coming off an ACL tear and in his early 30s, but what was our other alternative? Obviously, Diggs wanted to get paid. Obviously, you need a wide receiver one. It's kind of a Milton Williams situation, in my opinion. But you have him for 3 years. He'll get his minimum guaranteed. And then if something goes wrong, you can release him down the line. But you can also have him when he does get healthier in 2026 and 2027. That's why I'm going to give this a flat A. You guys can go ahead and comment down below in this video and let me know what you guys think, A, B, C, D, or F. As always, like I said, if the Patriots make a move, we make a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, go on ahead and hit that sub button for me.